Harry willing to appear solo if royals agree to attend Invictus.
Prince Harry has reportedly started negotiations with the royal family to make a joint public appearance at the 2027 Invictus Games.
Prince Harry hopes King Charles and Prince William will attend the 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham as a step toward reconciliation.
Prince Harry is taking steps toward a possible public reunion with the royal family, on one condition: Meghan stays behind. According to insiders, Harry is prepared to negotiate solo in order to secure King Charles and Prince William's presence at the 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham. This would mark the first time the royal family has attended the event since Harry and Meghan stepped down from their royal duties in 2020. Harry's new tactic is to do this solo, a source told Woman's Day. He's willing to fly to the UK, set up mediation meetings, whatever they'll agree to, as long as Meghan isn't involved. This strategy represents a major shift for Prince Harry, who previously refused to attend royal events without his wife by his side. King Charles reportedly prefers Harry without Meghan. Behind the scenes, tensions over Meghan remain a sticking point in any potential reconciliation. According to sources close to Harry and Meghan, Harry has accepted a painful truth. His family isn't ready to welcome Meghan back into the fold. He reluctantly accepts his family hate her, the insider said. So there's no sense involving her in peace talks because they'd turn him down flat if he were to try. That harsh reality appears to be driving the prince's decision to negotiate alone, even if it means temporarily distancing himself from his wife. Some royal observers believe Charles has made it known, directly or indirectly, that any hope of mending the rift with Harry hinges on Meghan's absence. While no senior royal has spoken publicly about the matter, the cold shoulder from the palace has been unmistakable. Meghan Markle reportedly refuses to return without apology. While Harry is reportedly open to solo talks, Meghan is standing her ground. Sources claim Meghan Markle won't return to the UK unless she receives a formal apology from the royal family for the way she was treated during her time as a working royal. Meghan has previously spoken about feeling isolated and unsupported by the firm, especially during her pregnancy and after the couple's interview with Oprah Winfrey in 2021. According to those close to the couple, she sees no reason to return to an environment she believes remains hostile and unrepentant. Her refusal has contributed to the impasse. And now, with Harry choosing to go it alone, the divide between Meghan and the monarchy may only deepen. Royals have snubbed Invictus since Harry and Meghan's exit. One of the most glaring signs of ongoing tensions has been the royal family's absence from the Invictus Games since Harry left his official duties. Despite publicly supporting the cause in the past, no senior royals attended the 10th anniversary celebration of Invictus in 2024 at St. Paul's Cathedral in London. Harry, who founded the Games in 2014 to honor wounded and injured servicemen and women, was instead supported by members of Princess Diana's family, his uncle, Earl Spencer, and aunt, Lady Jane Fellows. The absence of King Charles, Prince William, or any royal representative was seen by many as a clear message that the family remains deeply divided. Private talks spark hope for royal reconciliation between Prince Harry and Prince William. Despite the public silence, there may be signs of progress behind the scenes. Just recently, Harry's chief communications officer Meredith Maines and UK-based rep Liam Maguire were spotted meeting with King Charles's top aide, communications secretary Tobin Andrea, near Clarence House. The meeting was first reported by the Mail, and while sources claim there was no formal agenda, both parties had things they wanted to talk about. The unofficial meeting has sparked speculation that groundwork is being laid for future talks, or even a public reconciliation down the line. With the Invictus Games offering a neutral, non-royal platform tied to service and veterans, it could be the ideal setting for a carefully staged reunion. Can Prince Harry bridge the gap without Meghan Markle? The biggest question now is whether Harry can bridge the gap with his family without sacrificing his marriage. By agreeing to appear without Meghan, Harry risks reinforcing the family's rejection of her and potentially creating tension at home. But for Prince Harry, this may be his only path forward. Years of failed attempts at reconciliation have taught him that insisting on Meghan's inclusion is a non-starter for the royals. In walking this tightrope, juggling loyalty to his wife with his desire to reconnect with his father and brother, Harry is making what may be his boldest move yet. The next few months could determine whether the royal family is ready to meet him halfway, or if this rift will stretch even further into the future. Prince William to take away Meghan Markle's royal title after he becomes king. Prince William is ready to bring the royal hammer down. And guess who's in the crosshairs? Meghan Markle. Word on the street is that once William becomes king, he plans to strip both Meghan and Prince Harry of their HRH titles. And let's just say, the man isn't exactly hiding his fury. According to a royal insider spilling the royal tea to the Daily Beast, William loathes and despises Harry and Meghan with every bone in his body. Oof, that's not your garden variety sibling squabble. That's Shakespeare-level drama with a tiara twist. Apparently, William has had enough. And what's pushed him over the edge this time? Meghan and her jam. Yes, seriously. Strawberry jam. Meghan recently sent out a gift basket promoting her lifestyle brand, As Ever, and signed it with none other than her royal title, with the compliments of HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. Cue the royal rage. That simple note has stirred up a storm in the palace, with insiders claiming that she's violating the agreement made with the late Queen Elizabeth II when she and Harry ditched their senior royal duties back in 2020. While Meghan's team insists it was a personal gift and not a commercial ploy, others are calling total rubbish on that excuse. One former courtier even called it out, saying the agreement was crystal clear. No HRH usage. Period. They claim that the statement from Buckingham Palace at the time laid it out in black and white. Harry and Meghan could keep their titles, but they weren't allowed to use them, even casually. But clearly Meghan didn't get that memo. Or she's decided it's a suggestion, not a rule. Meghan is using her status to boost her brand. Prince William is reportedly fuming because Meghan's use of the HRH title is being seen as her flaunting royal status to boost her brand, which includes, you guessed it, the viral $28 jam that sparked this whole chaos. It may seem like a small thing to us commoners, but in the royal world, it's basically a declaration of war. And William, who's already said to be disgusted by what he sees as Harry and Meghan's betrayal, has no intention of letting it slide when he takes the throne. According to a source close to William, Charles might be happy to put up with this, but William won't. In fact, they claim that Meghan's brazen use of the HRH title is proof that King Charles has lost control, and that Meghan knows it. She knows he won't do anything, the insider said. There is no way King William will stand for this. The titles will simply be removed when he is king. A way will be found. And you know what? If William's as fired up as they say, we believe it. To be fair, Meghan's team is adamant that she hasn't broken any rules. They maintain that the note was just a friendly tag on a gift for podcast host Jamie Kern-Lima, who had just interviewed Meghan for her show. But critics argue that even a personal gift, promoting a product, especially one tied to her official brand, is still commercial, and that means the HRH title should have stayed far, far away. Harry and Meghan leaving was where all the drama started. This might all seem a bit petty, but it's really just the latest chapter in the royal family's never-ending feud. Let's not forget that Harry and Meghan's departure from royal life in 2020 was already steeped in drama. After moving to California, the couple gave that Oprah interview, dropped a Netflix documentary, and released Harry's tell-all memoir, Spare, all while carefully crafting their new life away from the crown. And yet, even as they've built their brand on being outside the royal fold, it seems they just can't quite let go of the titles. It's the royal paradox. They don't want the institution, but they definitely want the shine. And Meghan's brand is booming with it. Her Netflix series, With Love, Meghan, has already been renewed for a second season, and her lifestyle line, As Ever, has seen jam, tea, cookie mix, and edible flower sprinkles fly off the shelves. So yes, the branding works, but it's that success, especially with the HRH tag attached, that's now got William ready to go blow for blow. Because while King Charles may be taking a softer stance, William, the future king, is reportedly done playing nice. If the titles aren't legally revoked before then, the moment he inherits the crown, Meghan and Harry may finally be stripped of the last remaining threads tying them to the royal institution. William refuses to join peace talks with Harry. And that was no accident.
Prince William draws a firm line, no seat at Harry's proposed peace table, signaling deep-rooted tensions remain unresolved.
Reconciliation is off the table. William sees peace talks as mere PR,
not genuine progress.
When Prince Harry's team met with King Charles's representatives for a quiet peace summit at the Royal Overseas League in London, one figure was conspicuously absent: Prince William.
After years of rift, William signals consequences, not compromise with Harry.
Not only did William skip the meeting, he didn't even send a representative. That wasn't a scheduling issue. It was a message. According to palace insiders, William is beyond frustrated. He's done with the idea that reconciliation with Harry is possible, let alone healthy. For him, this wasn't a moment for healing. It was a PR stunt dressed as diplomacy. And he wants no part in it.
Reconciliation off the table. William sees peace talks as PR, not progress.
William has reportedly told his closest aides that he sees these attempts at peace as naive and dangerous. After years of public betrayal, including Harry's memoir Spare, and multiple interviews that took aim at the monarchy, William no longer believes in good intentions. He believes in consequences. Why William sees Harry's return as a reward for betrayal. King Charles, ever the father, still believes Harry can come back into the royal fold. But William sees things very differently. Not as a son, but as a future king. To William, welcoming Harry back would send the wrong message. This is the same brother who accused him and Catherine of being cold, emotionally distant, and even complicit in Meghan's suffering. Millions of readers saw those claims in Spare. And the emotional wounds, especially around Catherine, haven't healed. William sees this not just as a personal betrayal, but a public one. And he's not willing to pretend it can be smoothed over with a handshake and a photo op. As one royal aide reportedly put it, he absolutely effing hates Harry. That rage may not be visible in public, but behind palace doors, it's shaping the future of the crown. The William-Harry bond is broken, and Meghan is part of the reason. There was a time when William and Harry were the golden duo of the monarchy. They were funny, relatable, and united by the trauma of losing their mother, Diana. But that connection is now ancient history. William reportedly believes Harry is no longer making decisions on his own, that Meghan is calling the shots. Every carefully timed appearance, every reaching out moment, feels scripted and manipulative. To William, the olive branches are booby-trapped. He refuses to be used as a character in a redemption arc. From William's point of view, it's not about family anymore. It's about control, image, and leverage, all things he refuses to cede. William's monarchy is leaner and stronger without Harry. While Harry and Meghan continue crafting their next media projects in California, William is looking ahead, not just to the next few months, but to the next few decades. He's already thinking about the monarchy he wants to lead. And in that version, there's no room for loose cannons. There's talk inside the palace of finally stripping Harry and Meghan of their royal titles. The HRH styling they agreed not to use, but still retain. The Duke and Duchess status that now feels more like branding than tradition. William is building a future monarchy that's tighter, smarter, and less vulnerable to scandal. The goal? To protect the crown for his children and restore credibility that's been repeatedly shaken. When he becomes king, expect decisive and silent moves that put distance between the crown and Montecito for good. Why Meghan remains a lightning rod for William's anger. To William, Meghan represents more than controversy. She represents strategy, manipulation, and media mastery. Every podcast, every interview, every perfectly timed PR rollout is seen as part of a larger campaign to use the royal connection while rejecting the royal responsibility. He doesn't see a woman trying to rebuild her life. He sees a woman shaping narratives, often at the expense of his wife and his institution. And Harry, in William's view, is merely the mouthpiece. This is why William was so adamant about not participating in the peace summit. It wasn't an olive branch. It was, to him, a performance. And he's no longer willing to give it credibility. The royal future is looking a bit frosty for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children, at least where official titles and duties are concerned. According to royal insiders, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet will have no formal roles in the monarchy once Prince William becomes king. And yes, the tea is piping hot as Prince William prepares for his eventual ascension to the throne. Insiders say he's not exactly planning on rolling out the red carpet for his estranged brother's little ones. William has long been vocal about his vision for a leaner, more efficient monarchy. And apparently that vision doesn't include his niece and nephew across the pond. One royal source told the Times of London that William's mindset has completely shifted, where he was once consumed by the family drama, especially after the release of Harry's memoir Spare. Now, he's just over it. What has struck me the most recently is that he just doesn't mention it at all, the insider dished. It used to be that the family stuff was taking up a lot of space in his head. It was a very close relationship, and he was very upset. But he's not letting it get to him at all anymore. It is a change. It's sad, but it's a much healthier space for him to be at. The emotional door may be closed, locked, and bolted, especially when it comes to reintegrating Harry and Meghan's family into the royal fold. Harry has reportedly been keen on preserving his children's royal titles, at least in name. Harry, now based in sunny California with Meghan and their 2 kids, has expressed his desire for Archie and Lilibet to have the option, someday, to return to royal life if they choose. But from the looks of it, that bridge may have already been burned, or, at the very least, quietly dismantled. Many royal watchers say this divide has been a long time coming. Ever since Harry and Meghan stepped back from their royal duties in 2020, tensions have simmered and occasionally boiled over between Harry and Meghan and the rest of the royals. From Oprah interviews to Netflix docuseries and Spare, the couple hasn't exactly held back, and the firm has responded with what might be described as strategic silence. While King Charles has at times taken a somewhat softer approach toward his younger son, Prince William is reportedly drawing firmer lines. And it's not just Harry and Meghan he's distancing himself from. William is also said to view Prince Andrew, yes, that Prince Andrew, as a liability who shouldn't have any place in the monarchy's public-facing future. William sees Andrew as a risk to the institution, one source said. And with good reason, the scandal surrounding Andrew's ties to Jeffrey Epstein continues to cast a long shadow, despite his official step down from royal duties. It's all part of William's broader plan for a streamlined monarchy, one that emphasizes impact, philanthropy, collaboration, as he put it during a 2023 visit to South Africa. "I'm trying to do it differently, and I'm trying to do it for my generation," he said at the time. So it's more about helping people. I'm also going to throw empathy in there as well because I really care about what I do. But empathy aside, there doesn't seem to be much wiggle room for Harry and Meghan in this new royal model. After years of drama, many royal fans have grown weary of the back and forth between the royals and Harry and Meghan. Some have even gone as far as to say that Harry and Meghan should be stripped of their titles altogether. While that's not currently on the table, and frankly would be a royal nightmare of its own, it speaks to the growing divide between the couple and the institution they left behind. And while some experts believe William may eventually have to revisit the idea of including more family members in royal duties, especially with a thinner roster, it seems unlikely that Archie and Lilibet will be the ones filling those gaps. For now, Harry and Meghan's children remain royals by name, but not by function. They've got their titles, sure, but when it comes to tiaras, walkabouts, and balcony waves, don't count on it. It's clear that Prince William is focused on the future, and it's a version of the monarchy that looks a lot different than the one he grew up in. Fewer working royals, more philanthropic impact, and apparently no room for California-based cousins. So while Archie and Lilibet may still hold their HRH titles on paper, when it comes to life inside the royal bubble, they're likely to remain firmly on the outside looking in. Prince Harry lands in Angola without Meghan for a charity visit.
In 1997, my mother was in Huambo, and I visited Huambo in 2019.
Prince Harry has returned to Angola, nearly 3 decades after Princess Diana's iconic humanitarian mission.
Prince Harry is back in Africa, and this time, he's flying solo.
Does having the halo, having the job demining, does it help with the family?
Harry arrived in Luanda, Angola this week to support the Halo Trust, a charity focused on landmine clearance that was once championed by his late mother, Princess Diana. But one person was noticeably absent, Meghan Markle. According to the Daily Mail, Meghan stayed behind in Montecito, California, citing safety concerns. Harry is expected to visit active minefields, just like his mother did in 1997, when she famously donned a flak jacket and helmet to walk through a live danger zone. That visit by Diana became one of the most iconic moments of her humanitarian work. Now, nearly 3 decades later, Harry is retracing her steps, alone, in what many see as a tribute to her legacy.
Prince Harry has embarked on a surprise visit to Angola to continue his late mother, Princess Diana's efforts.
Meghan Markle stays home again as Harry revisits Princess Diana's legacy. This isn't the first time Meghan has skipped one of Harry's trips related to the Halo Trust. She also sat out a major UN event last September and was nowhere to be seen when Harry traveled to Angola for the same cause back in 2019. Some insiders chalk it up to personal safety concerns, while others say this particular charity work is deeply personal for Harry, and he prefers to do it solo. A source close to the couple told the Daily Mail, "Halo is really his thing. It means so much to him to be patron, and he just wants to keep his work with them to himself." Prince Harry's emotional ties to Halo are undeniable, not just because of his mother, but because he's been involved for years and officially became the charity's patron in 2019. Meghan's absence then seems more about boundaries than marital strain, though some fans are definitely speculating why Harry's solo trip to Angola might be more than just a tribute. While Harry's trip to Angola certainly tugs at heartstrings, there may also be a strategic reason behind it. According to insiders, Harry's presence at Halo Trust events can help boost fundraising, particularly from the Angolan government. Usually these trips help to drive a bit more money from the government, one source told the Daily Mail. This visit marks Harry's second trip to the area, with the first taking place in 2019. Back then, he wore full protective gear and toured the same minefields his mother once walked through. Today, those zones have been transformed, even commemorated, with a tree planted in Diana's honor, now called the Diana Tree. So, while the moment is clearly personal, it's also quite public and powerful. Meghan's ongoing absence from Harry's charity work raises eyebrows. Fans of the Sussexes are beginning to notice a pattern. Meghan Markle, 43, has frequently sat out Harry's charity events, especially those connected to his late mother. From skipping United Nations appearances to missing key Halo Trust trips, Meghan's absence is often explained as a matter of security or scheduling. But some critics wonder if it signals something more. Of course, Meghan has her own projects, including her lifestyle brand, As Ever, and her Netflix show with Love, Meghan. Still, some royal watchers argue that these individual pursuits are creating a more divided public image for the couple. Gone are the days of joint philanthropic tours and unified speeches. In their place, solo missions, with Harry walking landmines and Meghan curating jam and flower arrangements. Are Harry and Meghan growing apart in their public roles? There's been increasing chatter about how rarely Harry and Meghan appear together in their charitable efforts. Harry's recent solo trip to the UK to see King Charles, also without Meghan, added more fuel to the fire. And now, with Harry once again flying solo to Angola, fans can't help but ask, are the Sussexes slowly splitting their public personas? Some insiders argue this is simply a strategic move. Meghan is focused on brand building and creative ventures, while Harry is diving deeper into hands-on humanitarian work. Others suggest that safety concerns, and possibly a desire to avoid British media backlash, are keeping Meghan out of the spotlight on international trips. Whatever the reason, it's a far cry from the royal power couple image the two once shared on global tours. Could this be the start of Prince Harry and King Charles's better relationship? It looks like Prince Harry and King Charles may finally be taking steps toward mending their fractured relationship, and it might just happen in Birmingham. Both royals have reportedly received invitations to the 2027 Invictus Games, and Harry is believed to have personally approved the wording of those invites. The event, which Harry founded in 2014 to support wounded military veterans, will be held in the UK for the first time since its debut. According to Helen Helliwell, CEO of the 2027 Games, it's still too soon to confirm who's going to be there, but she expressed hope that Harry and his father would both attend. This invitation marks the first time Harry has publicly extended a hand toward his family since the rift began more than 5 years ago. This could finally be the healing that Charles and Harry need. And, to be honest, it's about time. Why Prince Harry's presence brings magic to the Invictus Games. Helen Helliwell had nothing but praise for Prince Harry's involvement with the Invictus Games. He really brings a magical sparkle dust to his interactions, she told People. That personal connection, she said, makes the games feel even more meaningful for the athletes and their families. Helliwell emphasized that the royal family has long supported the forces and the Invictus community, so their presence would be warmly welcomed. The 2027 event promises to be a special one, with over 550 athletes from 20 nations expected to participate. Organizers have already secured more than $5.5 million in commercial backing. The UK hasn't hosted the Games since their inaugural event in 2014. And for Harry, this milestone could offer more than just a celebration of sport. King Charles has to choose between Queen Camilla or his son Harry. As promising as this reunion sounds, there's one royal complication: Queen Camilla's 80th birthday. The 2027 Invictus Games are set for July 12th to the 17th, directly overlapping with Camilla's milestone birthday, and palace aides are reportedly already deep into planning the celebration. This potential scheduling conflict raises questions about whether King Charles or other senior royals will be able to attend the Games at all. It's a tricky situation. Attending Harry's event might send a powerful message of unity, but skipping Camilla's birthday could risk internal tension. Royal watchers say the decision may come down to timing and optics. Still, the fact that Harry extended the invitation at all is a hopeful sign, and some insiders believe it could represent the beginning of a larger thaw in the frosty royal relationships. Will Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet join Harry in the UK? A big unknown is whether Meghan Markle and the couple's children, Archie and Lilibet, will travel to the UK for the Invictus Games in 2027. Meghan has attended every Invictus Games since meeting Harry, often taking on a public-facing role alongside him. But this time, things may be different. Earlier this year, Harry lost a case over police protection in the UK and has insisted his family won't visit without it. If Meghan skips the event, it would be her first absence from the Games, a notable break from tradition. For many, Meghan's presence would signal a more significant step toward royal reconciliation. But without official protection in place, the Sussexes may feel it's safer to keep their children in the US, and for Meghan to remain behind. Could the Invictus Games heal the relationship between Harry's family and the royals? This isn't just another royal event, it could be the moment that starts to heal one of the most high-profile family rifts in modern history. Ever since Harry and Meghan stepped back from their royal roles in 2020, tensions have run high. Public interviews, books, and headlines have deepened the divide. But by inviting King Charles to the Invictus Games, Harry is signaling something important. He still believes there's value in rebuilding family ties. Even if Charles can't attend due to Camilla's birthday celebrations, accepting the invitation, or even issuing a kind public message, could go a long way. It would show the world, and more importantly their family, that reconciliation is still possible, especially around something Harry holds so close to his heart. Here's to hoping Harry and Meghan get over their beef with the royals and all live happily ever after.
Prince Harry extends an olive branch. Will the royal family attend the 2020 Invictus Games?
Prince Harry to invite King Charles and Prince William to 2027 Invictus Games in hopes of reconciliation.
Prince Harry is offering King Charles III and Prince William an olive branch by inviting them to the 2027 Invictus Games.
Prince Harry is making a very public and deeply personal effort to mend fences with his estranged father, King Charles III, and his brother, Prince William.
Prince Harry is planning to reach out to his family by inviting them to the 2027 Invictus Games.
The Duke of Sussex has extended an invitation to both the King and William to attend the 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham, a move seen by many as a significant olive branch in their rocky relationship. The invitation is a beacon of hope for reconciliation, is expected to be dispatched via email later this month, followed by a more formal invite.
Prince Harry to invite King Charles and Prince William to 2027 Invictus Games in hopes of reconciliation.
This thoughtful approach aims to give the senior royals ample time to integrate the Games into their notoriously busy schedules, ensuring they have the best possible chance of attending. The Invictus Games, a multi-sport event for wounded services personnel and veterans, is slated to run from July 12th to July 17th, 2027. Beyond the powerful message of support for veterans, the event is also anticipated to bring substantial economic benefits to the vibrant city of Birmingham, which will host the international competition. Harry's earnest hope is that his family, particularly his father, will set aside any lingering differences to be present and lend their support to the courageous veterans. The royal family has a long-standing history of backing the Invictus Games, and both the King and William have previously expressed immense pride in Harry's achievements with the event since its inception. Their attendance would not only honor Harry's work, but also reaffirm their commitment to the armed forces community. A source close to Harry described this gesture as a crucial step, believing it might be reciprocated. This sentiment underscores Harry's profound desire to put an end to the ongoing family tensions that have played out in the public eye for several years. The invitation is more than just a date in a diary. It's a plea for unity and understanding.
However, royal experts are divided on the likely outcome. Some believe that King Charles, in his role as monarch and head of the armed forces, might indeed attend. His presence would not only demonstrate support for the veterans, but also acknowledge Harry's undeniable success in establishing and growing the Invictus Games into a globally recognized event. On the other hand, some experts point to the King's hesitation stemming from past breaches of trust, particularly in light of Harry's candid revelations in recent years. The path to reconciliation is rarely straightforward, and the weight of past events certainly casts a long shadow. The timing of the Games could also present a logistical challenge. Queen Camilla's 80th birthday falls on the very last day of the Games, July 17th. This milestone birthday will undoubtedly involve celebrations, and these may conflict with the closing events of the Invictus Games. Balancing royal duties and personal celebrations will require careful coordination, and it remains to be seen how this potential conflict will be managed. While no official invitations have been sent yet, given that the event is still more than 2 years away, Harry's proactive gesture has been widely interpreted as a significant and heartfelt effort to mend fractured family relations. It's a clear signal that despite the distance and disagreements, the desire for a resolution remains strong. In the wake of this news, Prince William has made public appearances, but has notably remained silent on Harry's invitation or the prospect of a reconciliation. His silence leaves the royal watchers and the public to speculate on his thoughts and whether this olive branch will ultimately lead to a thawing of relations between the brothers. The world watches with bated breath to see if the spirit of the Invictus Games, designed to foster resilience and camaraderie, can also extend to healing a fractured family.